Hey everybody, I'm going to go ahead and run my last operating session on Chillicothe before the move. I intend to move it this weekend. Don't know if I'll have it up and operational until sometime next week. So got a lot of work to do to get it ready to move. It's just carrying it from one room to the next, but I have to take everything loose off of it, obviously, hoping that we can get it out the doors around all the corners without tilting it too much, because my buildings aren't glued down for the most part. I'll take off the fascia and take the backdrop off. I'm going to have to take off this little section down here at the end that I tacked on there, the 13-inch section to the wall. Not going to be able to reuse that. It's going to get scrapped. I will take the backdrop buildings that I put on there and probably use that, like the shop cutout, excuse me, and the that little mock-up of the building I did out of cardboard. I'll take that. Maybe I can use it, maybe I can't. But the tracks, when I move it in there, the track needs to curve to the right to connect to Oak Hill, and this curves to the left. Plus, it's a pretty sharp curve, so I'm going to try to get rid of it if I can. I'm not going to run a real long operating session because I don't want to make this a series of videos. It takes me a whole hour to switch this if I switch every industry. So I'll just pick an industry to switch, and then I'll when I get done, shut it down and start taking it apart. Okay, here's the work we have to do. We've got a buffer car, which is that empty gone, because the two cars behind it, the tank car and General Chemicals car, need to go to General Chemicals. You can barely see that there's a bulkhead flat here we need to pick up at the team track, and we need to pick up this tank car. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect behind the General Chemicals car, and we're going to leave the rest of the train on the main, and then we will drive up, we'll cross over onto the westbound main and start doing the exchanges. Well, we've uncoupled and we're going to pull up through the crossover. Sorry about the bobble there. I just can't figure out which way to move this gimbal yet. I'll figure it out. So we cross Douglas Avenue. I have to throw the turnout, and we're going to back down to get the car from the team track and the empty tank car. If you're new to the channel, these industries are all based on real ones in Chillicothe, Ohio, back in the 80s and 90s, 70s even. And General Chemical made additives for the paper industry. And so some of the chemical tank cars they used were toxic, and they required buffer cars. Okay, so we're going to pull out back onto the main, and then we will back the two empty cars onto the leave them on the westbound main while we deliver the cars to General Chemical. Okay, so we're heading west. Had to stop for a second because I forgot to flip the turnout back to the from the crossover. I want to stay on the westbound main. There we go. Got the turnover set, so we're heading west again. We'll back all the way down so we don't foul the crossover. Okay, so we're heading back across Douglas to deliver the 2 cars to General Chemical. Just an FYI, I haven't really been paying that much attention to it, but the General Chemical car has grease in the coupler pocket, and the tank car has the piece of rubber band instead of the spring in the couplers, but I believe the gon is unmodified, so I didn't really notice any excessive bobbing, but which is good. Again, if you're new, those 2 white squares are sludge pits. It's byproduct or waste product from General Chemicals, the stuff they make. And that is pumped out. You see a truck sitting there. They pump it out and they spread it on strip mines to help improve the soil. I think it reduces the acidity of the soil. So it's not really hazardous waste, but it's not something I'd want to take a bath in either. So while we were dropping off the cars, we got a call from the dispatcher, and there is a westbound train out at West Junction, so they want us to clear the main. So at this point, we're just going to go back and pick up the 2 cars that we had, and we're just going to back them all into this siding and just wait for the train to pass. I guess we could have pushed everything back onto the eastbound main, but decided just to go. There's room on the siding, so we decided just to do that. So after we clear the turnout, we can flip it back and get ready for the train coming on the westbound main. Alright, hope you enjoyed the switching. Well, I think I learned something. You can see this, this is the gimbal that my stepson got me for Christmas. Really nice. Still hard for me to zoom and pan with it. Every once in a while I'll hit the wrong thing. It's not intuitive. It's like a radio controlled truck to me. When it's going away from me, I can turn it left or right. But when it comes back toward me, I just can't figure it out. I haven't had enough practice doing it. But anyhow, this microphone really helps, because I had a lot of comments about audio earlier. But I think when I don't want the sound, I don't have a sound engine, I need to unplug it. Because if this is unplugged, I wouldn't be picking this up, because you hear a lot of thumping and bumping and all this stuff, and I didn't realize I was doing anything like it. I was trying to be real quiet, but this microphone was picking up everything. So next time I'll just unplug the microphone. But that's why I added the music in to it. Unfortunately, iMovie won't let me just add the music to a certain segment of the video. It puts it in the whole video. So I'd really like to not have it in the beginning where I'm just talking. But, you know, I sort of like the music if I'm not using the sound equipped engine. So that's it for now. I'm going to show you what the other room looks like. Well, Oak Hill's been taken down. I put the lighting balance in the garage because, you know, cold weather can't hurt that. I've got the layout itself laying against the wall. Probably going to have to redo the staging yards. I've got them stored in a closet right now. So the plan is to take down Chillicothe this weekend, put the lighting balance up, just sitting it up here on top, although I may leave it off until later. Put the layout in, try to get it just sitting on those brackets at first until I get the Oak Hill mounted over here. I need to take down those two shelves, and then I can adjust the two layouts to figure out if I can connect them or not. And all this stuff down here will get moved. That's going to sort of be a work area for me, and my wife's agreed to that, so that'll go into the other room where Chillicothe is. But right now it's sort of a mess because we're just in transition. You guys know how that is. Well, Jazzy's not quite as thrilled with the videos as you guys are. So I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to try to get the lighting bands down today and move it over there. At least maybe I might put it in the garage too. Just get it out of the way till I get the layout moved. So everybody have a good weekend and stay safe. And I'll post up as soon as I get it all set up.